Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully you can hear me clearly. What a day, what a day. What a day, what a day. Let me go through the comments here. Hello, Rose, if you're still in the midst. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Lydia, I know you're listening, but hello, hello, channel member. Hey, Anna, how you doing? Hi, Annie. Hey, Cookies and Cream, how you doing, manager? Anna again. Liz, how are you? Oh, thank you for the massive thumbs up. I hope you're still around. Okay, Anna will be back. Hello, Christine, how are you? Hope you are well. Hey, Hilda sis, how you doing? I see your multiple messages, so okay. Run, do whatever you, well, walk and do whatever you need to do. Okay. I understand. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Hey, love to travel, how are you? Hey, Carolyn, how are you? Oh my goodness, my goodness. Hey, Easy, how are you? I hope you are well. Oh, oh my. Hey, boss lady Denise. How you doing? How you doing? Vesper? Kay! Channel member! You thought you had missed the live? Yeah, no. I figured this was somewhat a good time, 5 o'clock, not too late, not too early, but of course, all the different time zones, it's probably up in the air. But wanted to give people just another few moments to get in here. It has been a crazy day. Hey, Dolores, how you doing? One that some of us never saw coming. We hoped but didn't see coming, but it is what it is, right? Karma. Hey, Black Pearl, how are you? Hi, Joyce. How you doing? Whew, let me catch a little breath. Take a sip, whatever you're drinking. Some of you are still at work. I'm having just a little punch, non-alcoholic. Ah, that's good. I'm glad you're doing well. Hello, Brenda. How are you? Okay. Hello, Joan. How are you? Woo! You talk about some fast developments. Hey, Faye. How you doing? All right. African Lemonade. How are you? Beverly. How are you? Dee Dee. Wow, look at this. Now, I'm sure most of you have probably already been in, hopefully the music's not too loud, have been in some lives already. I saw the Sussex side of YouTube starting to light up with different lives and all that stuff. So, yeah, wow. Tier, how are you? C Mac, how are you? Hey, Scratch and Pete, how you doing? Hey, Brenda. Um, let's see. I think I might be through everybody. Hey, Nicole Marie, how are you? All right. I think I am at the bottom of the list. All right. We can get started. If you haven't already done so, please remember to hit the thumbs up. Appreciate it. So, Thursday, January 13th, 2022. Did we even see this coming? um, yeah, I tell you, when karma comes to visit, phew, she's a little bit on the swift side. And yeah, this one has been a swift one, so whoo, Lord of mercy. Yeah, I tell you, it's been one heck of a day. So I'm gonna jump over to where I have all my little stuff loaded and try to get in. So firstly, I'm gonna do this. Let me take down this. Okay. Disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Yes, okay. I just wanted to get that particular item out of the way. And let me come back up here. I did see a few more people come in. I just wanted to quickly say hi, hi, hi. Oh my goodness, did we ever? It's like it should have happened several years ago, but since you wanted to wait till now, it's the sting is a little bit deeper for you. Tis life, you know what I'm saying? Why am I scaring you? What's the matter? What happened? What'd I do? Hey Allie, how are you? Hope you are well. Kenneth, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Let me just make sure I haven't missed anybody now since okay. So the news broke right after I set the live up, and I'm like, oh, the gods have smiled upon me. And that might be bad to say, but it is what it is. So this is the talk of the town. This will be the majority of what we probably discuss today, but it is his life. Randy Andy, Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, I believe, well, has been stripped of his military roles and royal patronage. And also, I understand the HRH is not allowed anymore. Now, that's different reports that I've seen. I saw this notification pop up, this alert, and I was like, stop the presses. Stop the presses. I was like, wow. So, for those who are not aware of who Prince Andrew is, let me just explain. He is Queen Elizabeth of, UK, Queen Elizabeth. That is her son, her second son. Um, and he was at one time the heir to the throne behind his brother Charles. But here, there, everywhere, that's who Prince Andrew is for those of you who do not know. Now, how and why this all came about, if you're not aware of the story, he was very good friends with, um, do I even want to mention his name? I'll just say it this one time. You all better catch on. Jeffrey Epstein, who, as we all know, died in prison as he was awaiting trial yet again, okay, for trafficking of young girls. I'll just say that. So, when it comes down to Andrew, so he is being sued by the woman, she's now a young woman, that is seen pictured here with him at the time. And he was trying to have the case dismissed, and a judge said, not today. A U.S. judge, by the way. And this is like at the highest levels you can go before you reach like appeals and supreme courts in our country. So kudos to her for continuing to fight. But as a result of the judge saying that the lawsuit this is neither here nor there. As the lawsuit is going to move forward, they're not dismissing it. He was swiftly removed of his honors, etc., which I was surprised it didn't happen when he did that interview um, several years ago. But I understand. I just caught the bottom of that there was over 150 veterans that requested this, and um, I'm glad that BP, Buckingham Palace, so let's shorten it down to BP, did listen for whatever it's worth. Because at this point, this is ripple effects. Because this is her favorite son from all that I've ever read. This was her favorite son. He could do no wrong, and not that he hasn't had his share of incidents before and all this other stuff. But yeah, the rooster has come home to crow. So yeah, military titles, his patronages, and I did see that one of these. Oh, there we go. And this is the BBC's that says he won't be using the HRH, which I thought had happened after that interview, but maybe it didn't. Um, things happened with Harry with him being stripped just for saying he didn't want to be a working royal. That whatever they take from this man that's in the picture here, so be it. He's earned it, so to speak. So I do not feel bad for him, her, or the family because it should have this issue should have been addressed a long time ago. I think the FBI and her attorneys have been trying to speak to him for years now. So it is what it is. And yeah, I guess the queen couldn't save him from this one. So I'm going to jump back into the comments. I don't know where I left off in the comments, but I'm going to try my best and hopefully. Let me see. I just saw this one out of the. Oh, sometimes it's needed. Oh my goodness. So, what's the yikes for, Vespa? What I miss? Something I was saying at the time? So, how are you all feeling about this? I really, it is just something else. Were you surprised, shocked, just taken back a little bit? I mean, I really was like, what? Wait a minute. And I had to look to see, is this like a real alert? I always do that when I get these news alerts. But with this one in particular, yeah, that just took me out a little bit. I was like, wow. The laughter, and then it just began from there. Yeah, but it's one of those. I'm so thankful that Harry and Meghan have been quiet for the most part in that whatever they're working on, it hasn't been reported on, etc. I did see something for Harry. I will touch on that on Saturday. I don't want to intermingle this. Today is just chit chat for Twisted Thursday, and this is a perfect subject for Twisted Thursday because this whole situation is twisted, in my opinion. But yeah, it is absolutely amazing to me. Hey, sister, how are you? Um, oh, you're passing out drinks, Annie? That's so sweet of you. Thank you. You might know what my favorite drink is. Most of you probably do. So I'll start with one of those. Vesper, from my understanding. Mhm. Oh my gosh. I just find that question so funny. It's saying the queen, but they'll say that. PR. Remember, this family is about PR, so um, yeah, it is one a doozy of a day. Hello, let me see your transcript. How are you? Have you been waiting on it? I even updated the title because I just had little casual chit chat. I was like, oh, Andrew, you just, Randy, Andy, you done taking the lead here in the subject matter. So yeah, um, it's just something. Hey, Puffalo, how are you? Hopefully, I haven't. It's your favorite news of the day? Yeah, this has been major. I also want to thank those of you who have sent me the message. I got something in Discord and then I saw it in Twitter. Warms my heart to know that y'all are like, "Ooh, Valerie needs to know this." So, Vesper, you think he's going to settle? I mean, they already had the headlines. I showed a few of them saying that. One headline saying that she's just likely to take a financial settlement, and then the other headline was, she probably won't. She wants a little bit more from him. So he's had a chance to clear this and do what was right and honorable in a sense, in my opinion. And that was, meet with the authorities and or her attorneys with your attorneys and kind of go from there. But he was sitting on top of the world, and I guess, he didn't need to do any of that and could just keep pushing it off. Yeah, he does. He really does. Yeah. Yeah, no more HRH, which I truly thought they had told him he couldn't use that, but this is with the BBC reporting it, and since that is their country news or government news or whatever you want to call it, official news broadcast, I would take it that if they're saying that he can't use it anymore. I mean, it's just sweet justice to me because what he did is far worse. Just the allegations. I'll just say it like that, the allegations, because until there's charges and all that other stuff, as people like to argue. But him just continuing to ignore it is obviously didn't make it go away. I guess he thought he would outweight her, you know, and with each passing day, it just makes it worse. So, yeah. Oh, and I was gonna say, those that are mods, be on the lookout because, yeah, it's probably gonna be some heavier traffic, but maybe not. That's what I was thinking. African lemonade, like this is like I don't think anybody saw this on their bingo card for 2022. As she's going to be celebrating her jubilee and all this other stuff, I thought that he probably thought he was going to coast too. Yeah, they did. Hello, Cecilia. They did wait too long. After that disastrous interview, that should have occurred. And most of us in Sussex Squad were screaming and yelling when they couldn't wait to do it. Strip Harry of his and you know his honors and all that. It just is absolutely mind-boggling. But hey, Hilda. Yeah, so it will be quite. Um, yeah, he has his security intact, I'm sure. But I was reading just a little bit of an article that was saying how now he will have to, I'm sure Mommy Dearest will still be footing the bill. I'm wondering, although the money that she gets is from taxpayers. I don't know how that all works. The UK work can worry about that. That he'll be facing this as a civilian, not as a royal. And I chuckled at that because I'm like, he's still her son, so he's still a royal. I don't know what with the HRH, what that has to do with if somebody's royal or not. I didn't think that did, but anyway. But yeah, his security that he hasn't been paying for his anyway, so it's no big whoop de doo to him. Yeah, the judge's decision was quite interesting. This is going to be, if it doesn't settle, and I would be surprised if she does settle it, that will be truly a case to watch. And I'm sure all eyes will be on it. Just even how it plays out, you know, um, with they always I saw it all over Twitter. Well, they wanted a case, they wanted you know, of royals to be going to court. Well, yeah, so they may have that. I do wonder if there will be permission given to staff, etc., to break their non-disclosures, as was done in their attempt to take down Megan, which was unsuccessful. Um, so that will be one of those that we'll have to wait and see. But yeah. Yeah, many of us are still reeling. I mean, I'm maybe just me. I just can't believe it's just, yeah, didn't see that one on a bingo card, but yeah, definitely checking many sources. I think we all had that idea. Mm, I didn't think so either, but yeah, you talk about the final. I don't want to use some terms because they're kind of morbid, but it's just the final nail in a sense. So I'll put it like that. Um, but hey, yep, exactly. Even at that time, many of in the military community wanted him gone, and they just refused to. I don't know. It was just a slap on the face, just to the people all the way around the book. So, well, many people are speculating on that, Anna, and saying there's many, many powerful people, and maybe even the one that has been for the last 4 or 5 years until he walked off a morning show, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not even saying his name. May also be caught up in this because there's always pictures of him with both men and her also. So I wouldn't be surprised. There's going to be a lot of powerful people right now that are probably um, sweating bullets in a sense. It's a term. It's just a term, figure of speech. So it's going to be quite interesting. So I'm like, thank y'all over there in the UK for that news. I tell you what. And of course, that had to hit like around dinner time there, I'm guessing, because it was so early here. So, you think he'll remarry her? He should have been done that. If that was the case, that'd be kind of crappy. Mm, But tis her or his, life, so to speak. If that's what he needs to protect himself, and even that's not going to stop it. I know that I've seen reports of Megan's name tied into this crap. She would have had nothing to do with what he was doing those years ago. She wasn't even in the family, and she was no, hadn't even met Harry. So it's just a bunch of malarkey in some way for the UK media to get her tied, to smear her name. So it's going to be quite interesting. Yeah, that lawsuit is he he should have just I tell you, sometimes being the son of makes you a son of B, you know what I mean? So, yeah, she can only protect them but so much. Yep, and this has been long before. Exactly. So, I know, Dolores. That's what all of us. It's like, what? Yeah, I just touched on that, and I know I'm like 10 minutes probably behind in my comments, but that's just a way to smear her name. There's no way. I mean, at the time that all this was going on, she was a teenager over here in the U.S. Please, there's no way, no way. Oh my, yeah, she's passing the drinks, everybody. Well, they've covered up a lot of stuff in their years. This is one that's just not gonna go away for him. And it may have worked a little differently if he had of um like I said, met with the right people, the authorities and attorneys and whatever else. It might have been, but I believe now she's working on the victim, and there probably will be more now that may come out that it's a matter of principle. So yeah. Joan, you are too funny. Mm-mm-mm. You are too funny. Excuse my mint that I put in. I hope it's not distracting to everybody, but yeah. They had wanted this years ago, the military people, so I think they really want to squelch any type of conversations that could spark from this to be like just get rid of the whole lot, let them, kind of survive on their own, so to speak. So, yeah. I appreciate the share. Thank you. I can't say the US is involved. He kind of involved himself messing with a US citizen or two or three or four or five or six or 10 or 20, however many. But yeah, we did nothing to him. That's the consequences for every action, right? To direct consequence to that. So thank you. Thank you, Annie. Yeah, I'll take one to start. Everybody's gonna have a drink, just like, mm-mm-mm. Okay, Hilda, rest up. Well, I mean, I look at this in so many different ways. Now, for the longest time, I just have to mention him just to give some context to how Andrew's been treated. So, for the longest time, it's always been referenced that when Philip died, his title would go to Edward. And if Edward was holding his breath all these years, and he's still holding it, because he's never seeing that title, I don't believe. Anyway, they can just run over other people in the family. And we already know Meghan and Harry. But yet he has been the golden child from the beginning. Like it's just, could do no wrong. Those are usually the ones you better keep a good eye on. So his just due is coming up, and. Yeah, if she was looking for monetary, I mean, heck, bring on the money, but I want the trial first. The way the judge, the way the judge sounded, um, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how this moves forward. And again, is he going to cooperate? Is he really going to cooperate? Even with all of this, is he going to cooperate? Because for whatever reason, I just feel he wouldn't. It's almost like, Catch Me If You Can. It was that movie, right? Catch Me If You Can. Oh my gosh. That was such an arrogant move to even to have the audacity to have your attorneys be like, "Oh, well that couldn't be him because he doesn't sweat." Like, what? But yeah, they were like, "Give us proof." Oh, wow, look at you, Carolyn. You go. They probably were. They probably were. Mm, mm, mm. Are you having every time his name is mentioned, you're taking a drink? Because everybody will be like on the floor at the end of this, the end of this live, and I won't keep you that long, everybody. I promise. I know she's like having a good time. It's like sip up, everybody, sip up. So, oh my goodness. Hey, Rhonda, how are you? Oh, I'm sure whatever her favorite drink is. I remember reading or hearing something about it, which is kind of odd, but whatever her favorite drink is, yeah, she can have that um as her pre going to bed drink because I'm sure she needs that and then some. But given her age, the thought also did cross my mind, Lord, please don't let nothing happen to her in the next 24 to 48 hours because the sympathy will be overwhelming and then he'll be right back with his titles and everything else. So I'm just saying, you know, yeah, she will be paying it. There's no doubt in my mind, sadly. Because you would think a man of his age, he would should have millions sitting somewhere. I'm thinking, although no real job, but he had. I don't know if he still gets it. Doesn't he get a pension or something? Because he served. Didn't he fly planes or something? But yeah, I'm just. I glanced at this. Let me read it again. Mm-hmm. Cookies and cream. That was the sweetest thing that I read. Like taking his military stuff. I was like, oh, okay. Okay. When I saw that about the HR, I was like, oh yeah, because they have been, demanding, doing all kinds of stuff, trying to get her title, not anybody else's, hers. Hey there, your girl Lala. How are you? Hope you're well. Let me hurry up and try to catch up to y'all in this chat. Well, it's the association. So the queen's son is how it will always be referenced if they're writing something. That's why in the beginning I try not to assume that everybody knows who he is when you say his name. So, but yeah, they have a lot of dirt, and a certain person that I call Space better be praying that the that the press doesn't get bored because right now they can swoop in and drop all his roses and he would have nowhere to go. Okay. Okay, Larry. I am good. Thank you for asking. Although you probably asked me 10 minutes ago, but thank you for asking. Oh, what you talking about? Exactly, Annie. Shot. Everybody take a sip. Oh, oh my goodness. Only you, Anna, would come up with that. Uncrowned Royal, yes. Absolute lunacy. It really has just been wow. Ta-da! Thank you. Thank you so much for hitting the like button. I appreciate that. Oh, and there's a bot. Okay. Snagged. Okay. Well, go ahead and bust loose. Do a little dance. Go ahead. Do a little dance. Oh, can you imagine? See, whenever they mention Harry or Meghan, I always believe it's just deflection of someone else in that family. So, yeah. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. You never know. Ooh, Rhonda, you think so? You better keep those lips tight. That's all I'm saying. You better keep them very, very tight. Hey, Patty, how are you? Yeah, because the one that everybody should be concerned with that's in jail right now, yeah. Hmm. There- And hopefully everybody does understand and realizes the impact of both of the cases and situations. Um, she'll probably, what is her name? Maxwell will probably appeal, but then you also have Andrew's thing going on, and those two are going to collide. There's just no getting around it. Imagine them bringing her into the court. Woo, okie dokie then. Because she might sing like a good bird. She may sing like a very good bird, and he will. Yeah, that's going to be very interesting. Well, it's bland food anyway, so it don't matter. Oh, I think I'm gonna vomit. Oh, okay, yeah. That didn't stop him. I'm just gonna say, for the young girls that were impacted. I take my hat off to them for continuing to fight because what they've been through and they've given voice to other victims and we just haven't we've not even scratched, as they say, scratched the surface to all that made a trip to that island, partied at that island or at his New York, penthouse and yeah, all of that stuff. It's gonna be ooh wee. Yeah, gonna be very interesting. Mm, 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 mm. You know, I just whatever brings her peace. If they push the limits, I'm sure a letter will drop on them and they'll just back down because they know that she's not one to play with. I saw a lot of headlines about the one that claimed to meet her but never showed photographic proof. And let me just say it again. I probably have said it on other lives or others that I've discussed him. That particular person who was on the morning show and walked off the morning show, that I don't care to say his name, that still tries to find ways of harassing her in, now it's written form instead of having a platform on TV every morning. But he takes photographs with every celebrity he meets, every celebrity, politician, whomever. And yet he has not one picture. with himself and Megan. He didn't meet her. All illusion, all delusion, and he knew she couldn't. At that point, she couldn't come back at him and be like, "Come on, be serious." But yeah, now that's when I would love. I see all the threats on. I'm gonna take you down and all that. Anybody else in their right mind would be served papers. So it's amazing that the man was able to do and still is for years where, and I want everyone, oh, that's just him. No. If he was a black male talking about any white actress or UK or white royal, like he has been talking about Megan for the last 5 years, you're going to tell me that that black male would have stayed on TV? We know that I think his name is Danny Baker, that on the day that Archie's birth was announced, he does the picture of the then king and queen leaving a hospital with a chimpanzee. So later for trying to be, oh, this country is not like that, or, this family is not bullshit. There, I said it. Okay. There's good people in the country, but for the majority, your press and that family, horrid. Now, okay. Annie, you having such a good time. I'm glad you're having a good time. Hello, how are you? Is it Doree? I like that. Hopefully I said it right. Hello, Max. How are you doing? Let me see. Yeah, I'm way behind. I'll catch up. Don't worry, everybody. I'll catch up. I'll catch up. I'll catch up. Hi, Elaine. How are you? Tell us, Elaine. How are things over there? Oh, Nutty Doctor. Thank you. Thank you so much for that super sticker. I appreciate it. Annie, don't celebrate too hard and then you have to get up and go to work in the morning now. Look at here. Don't blame us for having a massive hangover because you over celebrated. I wonder how many of the Commonwealth countries, the remaining ones, will take a long, hard, deep breath and decide if they're going to stay or not. So, I mean, this has ramifications all the way across the board. So, yeah, he might try to um, want it to go away quietly now, but it's not. That's not going to happen. That ship sailed. And actually, I want to see those buses riding around the city saying, "Where is he?" There you go. Don't hide out in Windsor or wherever the name of his estate is. Exactly. I mean, there was a whole war to get rid of their control, so they really don't control much. And more news outlets, so-called news outlets, would be the ones that would fall to the wayside like they did when they had the opportunity to bring forth a lot of his information and they didn't. They sat on it because a certain couple were coming to the New York and doing, I guess, somewhat of a quasi tour of the US, and you know the royal family threatened to pull access to him, and so yeah. So true. So true. Lots and lots of people in them big glass houses over there, I tell you. Flippy flip? Mm, interesting. I don't know if it's just the state of Florida, but it's quite a few. When you have power connections, yeah. Because I didn't realize Maxwell's background. Um, and I'm like, oh, okay. That's how you all ran in the same circles together. I get it now. So, hmm you will, but Kenneth, you said it, you said it, you said it. Yes. So true. So true. Yeah, that would be, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Especially now that all this news is out, they can't really hide from it. Um, I mean, they could, but they'll be looking as crazy as they want to be if they just ignore it, but we'll see. Larry, people say the darndest things, you know what I'm saying? Oh, but remember, he can't. It was something about he doesn't sweat, and then his hands, like the picture, those weren't his hands. I'm like, well, whose hands were they? Are you trying to say they were photoshopped onto you? Like, you have teeny tiny hands? Mm-hmm. Like mini me or something? Mm-hmm. Go on now. As the old folks would say, go on now. Gin and gin. Oh, okay. And I was gonna say, I thought that was Annie at first. I was like, whoa, you're gonna be sick. Mixing is not good. She's having a ball. Oh, I tell you. Anna, love you. Woo! What you talking about? Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. OMG. Bingo! Annie, you have made this even more enjoyable. Yep. Yep. Lord of mercy. Well, this is the whole thing. I mean, how much is she going to be able to do without people then raising their eyebrow at her? I mean, while yes, she is a parent, he is in his what, 60s? Come on now. So I'm just saying, why doesn't he have his own stash, which I'm sure he does, but live off of that? I never understood the whole, when his ex-wife had to ask for loans and all that other stuff, which she got some from his best friend at the time, Epstein. So, yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, the tangle webs we weave, right? So, quite interesting, I would say, ladies and gents. Oh, Annie's on one. I don't think I've ever. She's she's picking in the place of taking up the place of Church Nelly. That's what it is. Because Church Nelly would be cutting up like this. So I appreciate you, Annie. Thank you. I thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness! Well, breakdance. Have fun. What makes you just don't hurt yourself. That's all I can say. Just don't hurt yourself. Mm. I just no one. What is it? I'll take. Andrew gets tossed out. Gets tossed to the wayside by the family for 100, Alex. Like never saw that coming. That's a good question. I would, yeah, because it does come the male line. So if he's no longer an HRH, hmm, it shouldn't bother them if they're no longer HRH. Why should that bother them? They're still princesses, right? Hmm. Hmm. That's a good question, Lydia. Maybe someone with a little more history will know, but I mean, not that I give two hoots. I know she's got me just cracking up over here. Man. And he still has a book coming out. Yeah, and it's all good. It's all good. That's exactly how it should be. Have fun, be happy. She's like, did I spell that right? Listen, don't worry about it. We're not spell checking. We could probably understand it anyway, right? Hello, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's like, ooh, dirty martinis. Okay. Wow. I should try one of those one time and see what they are all about. Yep. I mean, I don't, I just, it boggles the mind. I mean, if I did something crazy or you did something crazy, we all would be held accountable at the moment, not down the road. Just keep kicking the can, and then we'll use everyone else as a scapegoat. Well, not everyone else, because it's only been one couple and one person within the couple that's really been the scapegoat for that entire family. But, um, the prayers of the righteous availeth much, and what is done in the dark will come to light. What other older saying can I come up with? It's just, karma. There you go. And yeah, their time is coming due. That's for sure. It's for sure, for sure, for sure. So, oh, I hope it, that's one that I do hope occurs. But yeah, it's not. Mm, his time's coming too, but I think he's going to get caught up in one of these two. Either if Maxwell gets a retrial, or she starts singing like a Tweety Bird, or the one that just of Andrew. Yeah, there's plenty of pictures with him with Andrew, and there's plenty of pictures of him smiling with Andrew's former best friend. So yeah. Oh, okay. Then drink up, honey. Have some for me too. Hey, Connie, how are you? How you doing, Connie? How are things over there in Switzerland? Yeah. Now I hope the yellow buses are out tomorrow, and I hope I see pictures or hear something on Twitter about it. Hey, Kenneth, how are you? Oh, she's retired. Yeah, I know. One day. Well, maybe first thing in the morning. There will be. Ooh, a big dose of it too. As much as they have put out, well, it always says it comes back, tenfold, a hundredfold back at you. The energy you put out there, if they had just left, they just didn't have to do her like they did her. Thank you, Connie. Thank you so much. Let me see how far behind. Not too bad, but thank you so very much for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Black Queen, how are you? Y'all know I get caught up in the comments and then I start babbling, and then we're like, here we are like hours, 20 minutes later, and I'm catching up and saying hi to people that have been here. So um yeah. There's quite a few people doing a lot of dancing, I tell you that. Well, there you go. Get her done. Get her done. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I wish I did know somebody that had a a still. I'd be like, give me a little moonshine. Thank you. But I don't. Kidding. Okay. Ooh, alrighty then. Okay, Elaine. Thank you. I mean, when I showed you all the headlines, for those that may have missed it, and I showed the different headlines that were out there, it's amazing. So, um, that many more aren't reporting on it, and the the so-called royal experts, there's no way they can't talk about this. I don't know what marching papers they've been given or talking points. I'm sure, Lord help our patients if they mention the couple that are in Montecito. Thank you. Okay. It really is. It is cookies and cream, and it's been called out. And a lot of blue checks for Twitter users, a lot of the blue checks um, that are pretty well known in the UK have been speaking on the fact that he couldn't get away with that if he was not white male. So it probably will quiet him for like a hot second, but I want to see him come out against his buddy, because this, Randy Andy is his buddy. So really want to see that. Let's see what he has to say. Oh, well, he never included his brothers, I should say. He never included them or their children. So yeah. Dullbridge. Oh my gosh. We have some nicknames. Yeah, they would have been tossed off the air, would have been a huge apology. I probably would have been charges and all this other stuff. So yeah. You said start sober. Oh, that is so funny. Hey, we only live once. Let her enjoy herself. She's having a ball for all of us right now. And woo! Yeah, I didn't think it did, but they'll probably go. It'll probably affect them this way, not maybe titles or the HRH if they want to throw that around, because God knows everybody's going to be looking at them and who's your father if they didn't know. But of course, in the UK, they would know who. I doubt they would want to be using all that. So yeah, more power to them. Either way, to me, DD, it's a win. Telling him he can't use it in a way is still taking it away from him, because you know yeah. So see, the difference is Harry and Meghan said they would not use it unless, of course, they can't stop people from actually using their appropriate title. They still have it. They were never told they couldn't use it. Either way, whether they took it or he can't use it, it's the same to me. That's just me. That's just my thinking. You're never late, Sylvia. Hello, how are you? Oh, cookies and cream. Thank you so much. Thank you, manager. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Y'all spoil me. Thank you very much, though. Yeah, well, you gotta wonder, and there probably will be some people. Well, do they have investigative reporters anymore? I was gonna say that would be digging into his dealings, so to speak, because this just adds a whole nother light. Who wants to be associated with him right now, or tied to him in any way? Yeah, to me, that hurts him more. That hurts the golden child more than anything, that he cannot use His Royal Highness, whatever. Whatever. Do we feel sorry for him? No, not in the least. Hey, JJ, how are you? Um, it's copyright free hip hop. Little rap, little trap, instrumental beats thrown in there, a little spice for y'all. Something more than just hearing me go on and on. Hey, House of X Entertainment, how are you? How you doing? Yeah, hello there. How are you, by the way? I'll come back to your What is this? Every dog has her day, but corgis get Annie. Okay, like I give warnings. To Nelly, Church Nelly. Yeah. Okay, Annie. Yes. Kudos to her. She has been steadfast. It has not been easy. She has dealt with it, especially having a social media. And I noticed that some of the UK media had tagged her in some things, and it's just like, which I think is just to help the haters get to her quicker. But yeah, I just hope that she remains steadfast and she gets the peace that she needs. I don't know if she'll ever. Is there really any true vindication for the years that she endured? But hopefully she gets that too. So. Okay, everyone, there's Annie telling you to drink up, so I'm going to take a sip of my punch, non-alcoholic, thank you. Okay, there you go. I had a little sip there for you, Annie. Not what you wanted, but Um, more than likely. I'm not sure, Annie. I mean, Anna. Hopefully she's okay. We'll probably. Ooh, there's another bot. Let me get him. Let him get him. Ooh, I think I zapped him. Oh, someone else must have zapped him before I could get to him. Hey, Nova Real Show, how you doing? An error occurred. Yeah, somebody must have got him already. Yes, it's still true. Knows the name, the date, and the place. Now, for us to be a fly on the wall in California, I mean, in some aspects, it's got to tickle them. I would think. This is just my speculation. Um, Family or not, but I'm just saying. Mhm. Hey, a brother of a certain age, how are you? I'm not too far behind, but all right. Let me see. She'll turn this live upside down when she arrives. It will be between her and Annie and them two together. I don't know if there's any other Sussex podcasts scheduled for later today, but say what? Oh, okay. I see the comment. I was like, what? Oh, he corrected himself. Vesper? Uh, Woo! I was like, wait a minute now. I know we're lit, but we're not trying to go there. Not here. I won't have to block folks, but I will if I had to. Treat you like the bots. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. 1, 2, block away. It worked out perfectly for me. I didn't really have a topic today. And I'm like, oh, I'll just do a live. The person who was once fearful of doing lives, I scheduled them up quick now. And this news broke. I was like, thank you. The gods have smiled. So, oh, she'll probably be in somebody's later. I think there's quite a few people. Who's the mafia? Yeah, well, people are always going to call the names. It was funny though. That was funny. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad to know that. That's the main thing. I mean, usually it's silent on things that involve him. But yeah. Oh man, yeah. Get in, warm up a little bit. She's in the back making moonshine. Probably. She probably is. Look at this one. Still handing out drinks, everybody. Annie's running around the room, this chat, giving out drinks to everybody. Um, well, you figure, all right, it's a civil case, so it's not even criminal. Which is where his guilt would be determined if there were even charges ever brought up, and that's how people have brushed this under the carpet for so many years. I mean, this has been going on for a very long time. So, yeah. Oh, they're ride or die. Just think about that statement, Lydia. They're ride or die, all right? Okay. I'm gonna move off and move on. Side note, speaking of KKC or KFC, cause see, now you don't have, you know what? I'm gonna skip some comments. Oh well, now do have mercy on us all. It's gonna affect a lot of folks, so maybe that gold gown can get some use in court. I'm just saying. Okay. Yeah, they have enough embarrassment. I mean, I think of like, I still think of those oh, what are they called? They're not hats. When they wore that thing to Space's wedding, y'all know what I'm talking about. I can't think of what the term is, but it was hilarious to see, but yeah, it's just, those young women are fine. They should be busy with their babies and husbands, trying to keep their husbands at home, that type of thing. And I'm sure they'll be just fine. So, Sylvia, I hope you are well. Yeah, and he even said that the royal family was happy with what he was doing, and there was not one comment that came back from the royal family to say that what Morgan was saying was that they did not agree with it, and it was disgusting. And they do respond and do make comments when stories involve Botox or marital affairs and such of certain people in another palace. I'm just saying, okay, moving along. Oh yes, and they have that case coming up. The tabloids, they better tread very very carefully. That's all I got to say. Oh, okay. Well, I can wind down if Baron's on. Have a good night. Thank you for coming in. Hey, Four Corners, how you doing? Y'all are still tossing up the drinks. Okay, now. Okay, now that would have been quite interesting, Joan, on the combination. That's all I can say on that one. They've been doing more than stumbling, but that's their own doing. If you had protected her from the media from the beginning, then they probably would still be over there, and we all would be enjoying pictures of the kids and all that, stuff. But that's not happening. So It's getting ready to be very, very interesting, is all I can say. What do you mean, what's happening to her? Now you have me concerned. Hmm, that's interesting. I'll have to reach out to her. I saw some tweets from her, so I'm taking that she's okay. She got me concerned. Okay, Anna, you go over there and tear up the chat on that side of the town, okay? All right, everybody. All right. I catch the hint. Royal Sussex is on and you all have got to go. No, I appreciate each of you for oh, okay. You tell her hi for me. Let me get this bot unless somebody else. Nope, I got him. Okay. Um oh, okay, Vesper, because I was like, oh gosh, what have I? Please, not here. Oh, and by the way, speaking of, since you did clarify that, everybody, if you don't know, since I'm winding down, I'm just jumping to a random topic since it is chit chat. Taco Bell has wings now. Have y'all heard that? Yeah, that might be a good. I might have to try them just to see. I heard they're okay, and some have said they're good, so we'll see. We need to stomp them snakes like real, 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 real good because we don't need them coming from under the rug. Fascinators, thank you, Rhonda. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, she's had like two, three, four, maybe. Hello, how are you? I think I missed you coming in, but hello. And you're welcome, Brenda. You all I don't know if it's safe. I'm still debating. Please keep your hands on the steering wheel and keep the engine idling. Thank you so very much. Yeah, I might have to try those out sometime, but let me wind down this. So for all the Sussex squad that are still here, and those that are slowly becoming Sussex squad because you're sending me notifications and everything. So love it. Hi, Identity. How are you? I appreciate you all for coming and hanging out, and we we got a little bit of justice. It's coming. A lot more is coming. That's for sure. We know we're gonna have to keep all eyes and attention on what happens in the next uh, few months, so to speak. So you know, slow and steady win the race, as they say. So kudos to Virginia again for continuing the fight. And I appreciate each and every one that has come in. And all is going well so far, Identity. I hope you are feeling better. Um, yeah, I hope you are feeling better. I guess if you're over here, you must if you ventured into this hallway. Because it takes a few steps to get from yours over here. So I appreciate that. But for those running over to say hi to Baron, please tell him I said hello. I have to go get dinner ready for my dad and myself and husband and stuff, and the dogs got to get fed. But you all have a wonderful evening. Ooh. Oh, well, taco. Now, I'm just saying the wings. I'm not trying to say try the other stuff. Yeah, because we know that it's not real beef, but moving right along. Okay, so everyone have a wonderful evening and please take care of yourselves. And as I always say, please wear your mask. Be well. Take care. Love you. Thank you again. if you hit the thumbs up on the way out, if you didn't hit it on the way in, but I appreciate you all. And I'm going to probably sneak into Barron's and listen in for a little while. Everyone else, take care and see you all Saturday for our Sussex Saturday. Bye.